guys, it's Wendy. I hope you're having a great day today. I am making some roasted chicken and asparagus. Let me turn this so you guys can see in my pot. And so I am searing my chicken. I have coated the chicken with some Dijon mustard rub. Look how beautiful that is. And the best part about searing it like this is you get all of that really yummy fond in the bottom of your pan. Look at that. How pretty, right? So my chicken is not totally cooked. We're going to actually put it back in the pan. But before I do that, I want to start with my vegetables. So I have some sliced bella mushrooms and a sweet onion. Both of them are just thinly sliced. I used my quick slice for the mushrooms, but you could use the simple slicer also for both the mushrooms and the onions. All right, and I am just using my wooden spoon to scrape the bottom of the pan to get all that yummy brown stuff off. Now, interesting about mushrooms, when you cook with them, you should let them simmer in the pot by themselves a bit because they release a lot of water when they cook. So if you want to get them so that they turn that nice dark brown color, hi Mom, they turn that nice dark brown color and get all that flavor and it's not watered down, then you should always pre-cook them a little bit in your pan and let some of that water evaporate. All right, so we're going to let our onions and our mushrooms caramelize a little bit, and you come over here. And I have some beautiful asparagus. Now, I don't know who else is cooking a turkey for Thanksgiving. It was kind of funny. This is the first year I go to pick up my turkey, which I always do the Monday before Thanksgiving because I have no room in my freezer to store it. So notice I'm taking my little asparagus tips and I'm throwing them in a freezer bag. And the reason why is because when I cook my turkey on Thursday, I am going to save that turkey carcass and I am going to make stock with it. And rather than throwing out all of my vegetable scraps, I save them and put them in a Ziploc bag, and I will actually put them in the freezer until I am ready to make stock. So, which will probably be sometime over this weekend. So I'll take all my scraps, for the rest of the week, accumulate them all, because rather than buying more vegetables, I might as well just use what I have, right? Save a little bit of money. It's like recycling, better than a compost pile. Okay, so the asparagus you put in at the end because it's pretty delicate and doesn't need a lot of cooking, but the onions and the mushrooms need some pre-cooking. So this recipe is so easy. I have some rice cooking in the microwave in my 3-quart micro cooker, and I'll just serve this over rice when it's finished because it does make a very nice sauce when you're done between the fond from the chicken and the juices from all these vegetables. All right. You see, look, so I have this nice, I'm already got a good start on my vegetables for my stock this weekend. Super excited. I'll make that in my multi-pot. All right, let's come back over. Let's stir our vegetables, and I'm going to add some garlic. Let me see here. You want to take a peek in my pot? And you see how the mushrooms are already cooking down, taking up a lot less space in my pan than it did before. And I love, oh my gosh, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells so good. You can see my onions are caramelizing, and you can see that fond in the bottom. It's not all stuck anymore. It's all soaking up the juices from those mushrooms, so packed with flavor. This is just such a yummy dish. I love this, and it's so super healthy. Okay, so let's add our garlic. Interesting trick with garlic too is if you put the garlic in with the vegetables, so it has a little bit of moisture, then it doesn't burn in the bottom of the pan. And this is a really big clove. All right, let's see if this is going to fit my garlic crust. Squeeze it in there. So if you want the garlic toasted, then you put it in the pan with the oil just for a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds top, and you saute it. But if you want to keep it from, I don't know what I did with the rest of the clove. Oh, there it is. Usually I put it in my little bowl. So yeah, if you don't want your garlic to brown or to burn, then you put it in with the vegetables. But if you want to get it nice and toasty, then you put it in the pan with just the oil. I think that one shot on me. I think it's all over my sweatshirt now. All right. Yeah, it was a big clove too. I'm just going to flip the peel because I still have some garlic in here. We don't want to waste that. There we go. Another squeeze out of that clove. Okay. All right, let's give this another stir. And I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt. I am going to use the seasoning salt. I've been using this salt on everything. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. You guys need to see this. Look how yummy that looks, right? Those caramelized onions and the mushrooms. Oh my gosh. And it smells so good now that I put the garlic in there, and you see most of the water is evaporated. Okay. So let's add, I don't know where I put my teaspoon. I thought it was right here. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt, and I'm just using the seasoning salt. I will say I am so in love with this. It's got a lot of flavor and really potent. So I've been going real easy on the seasoning salt, but that's actually been kind of nice because it's going to last me a long time. All right, so there's my salt, and next thing I'm going to just put my asparagus on top. I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to put the asparagus on top. And I'm going to slice up some tomato. Now you can use the plum tomatoes and not plums, grape tomatoes, and just put them in the closing cut and cut them all. But I have small tomatoes, but they're regular tomatoes. So I'm just going to cut these real quick. And then the last thing is we are going to slice a lemon. So we could squeeze that over the top of everything once we put the chicken in there too. And I have to say I love this knife, by the way. This is the 5-inch Santoku knife, and it is so sharp. And my chicken and asparagus is going to look so pretty with these yellow tomatoes. It looks pretty with the red tomatoes too. Just a very colorful dish. I don't know, I find that food tastes better when it looks interesting. So, all right. Okay, so I'm just going to put this right on top of my chicken, my asparagus rather, and let me just cut this lemon. And then we'll go back to the stove again. And let's put this all together in the pot. By the way, if you were wondering, this is the 10-inch skillet, and you can see how much room there is in here. So much space. All right, so I have my tomatoes, my asparagus, all spread out on top. And I'm just going to put my chicken right on top of this. because we want to get all those flavors from the chicken and that Dijon mustard rub that's on the outside of it. And I added some extra chicken because I'm feeding my guys and they will eat all the chicken and leave all of the vegetables. So put a little extra chicken in here in case you were wondering. So the recipe is actually 4 pieces of chicken. All right. And then I'm going to add, this is 1/3 cup of white wine, and I'll pour that over the top. And then the last thing is we're going to squeeze half a lemon on top of that. And I'm just using my citrus press because how easy is this, right? Instead of getting a juicer and dribbling it, I just squeeze and drizzle this right over the top, over that asparagus, the chicken. And then you put all these juices over the rice. It's so yummy. All right, and then I'm going to take this whole pan and I'm going to put it in the oven at 425. Takes about 15 minutes, maybe 20. Hi, Jay, good to see you. And that's it. And then the rice is cooking in the microwave, and when that's done and the chicken's done, dinner's served. So if you want the recipe, let me know. Have a great night. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.